All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, March 13th. It is set today by Vlad. Ooh, we start with a long one. Be nice to get this. Local over by Naturism Center. Curious plainly. I presume it's going to mean plainly and the rest is wordplay. Something like in an obvious way, and then something, and then the naturism is going to be something bear something. And what's a local? A pub? In, maybe? In no. Oh, yeah, so local over could be in and O for over. But now nature center curious. Oh, could it be an anagram of how many more letters do we need? 14. Yeah, Naturism Center. It knows something. Let me try and get some more letters before I try that big anagram. Navy ruining new uniform. So I presume an anagram of Navy ruining. Let me pause and see if I can work that out on paper. All right, well, I saw I had the UN prefix un and then ing, and that left unvarying, so uniform. Ooh, now this looks good. Enemies of Trump in retreat after revolution, not your concern. Enemies of Trump. I mean, they say never Trumpers, and never would fit. But then what would come after it? And not your concern must be the definition, I would think. In retreat after revolution. I mean, both in retreat and after revolution suggest something going backwards. Not your concern. Never mind, maybe? Never mind, I think is maybe milder than none of not your concern. So I don't quite like that, and of course I don't understand. Enemies of Trump, of course, could be wanting us to think of the former president, but it might be Trump in card games. Trump as in trumpet, the last Trump. I'm going to leave it in, but I hope I remember that those letters may be wrong. Turn up on, and of course I'm only assuming the O is right here and the N before it. Turn up on Sabbath to see giants. Well, ogres, I think, would be giants, but turn up suggests something has to be reversed. Oh, I do see if S is Sabbath for Sunday, the first four letters backwards are ergo. What exactly does ergo? I thought it meant therefore. Turn up on, I have to, I think, rely on 15 squared to check that one. Oz actors prepared for punch 4-3. Is that an Australian actor or an actor who was in The Wizard of Oz? Judy, of course. Can't think of the others. Prepared for punch, KO, uppercut, left hook. No, not seeing it. After negotiation, agreed about Navy's defensive position. Oh, I'm just thinking defensive position could be on guard, which I think is spelt this way. After negotiation. Oh, it is an anagram of agreed about N for Navy. So I presume after negotiation is the anagram indicator for agreed. Yeah, I like that. Go for tramp, be on your way. Oh, take a hike comes to mind, which would fit both of those definitions. That gives us a nice K here. Reportedly starters in shade. So I presume it's a homophone for a word that means starter. Now, is that in somebody who starts things or starting pistol, or is it, I think, more likely for a meal, first course? Reportedly starters in shade. But I think, what would a word for shade be beginning with? Oh, of course, that could be the modern slang meaning of shade, throwing shade. I'm not thinking of a K word for that. Now, if on guard and take a hike are right, this is now, we have an E and a T, which goes with naturism center. Oh, and then it's going to end in something in no, plainly. No, not getting it. Talk about one day inside as stretch. And there's an exclamation, so it's going to be a bit of a stretch, I think, in the definition. I do wonder if it could be a word for talk about one day. Could be, oh no, I was going to say ID. Yeah, so one day. No. Say Bob hopes first appearance at Nick. So I wonder if Bob, say Bob could be the definition, but Bob, of course, was a monetary amount. 10 bob. It's a shilling, right? It was a bob. Hopes first suggests maybe H. And then appearance at Nick. Well, that suggests a police station or a cell or a prison. But maybe, yeah, maybe it's a cut of some kind. No, Jan 6 events, no small issue. Well, January 6th, Epiphany, but that doesn't fit. No small. No small suggests maybe we remove an S from it and we get an issue, oh, which could be episode. Huh. What is there another word or form of the word epiphany for January 6th? Yeah, not seeing it. Inspector, Troy back in force, beginning to show intelligence. Is there an actual Inspector Troy, or it's just two words put together? Troy is a weight. No, I don't see it. Starts talking freely in drink with old writer. Maybe starts talking freely. Oh, opens up. Oh, which is old is writer is pen, and drink is sup. That's funny. There's nothing to indicate that the sup, the drink, comes after the old writer. So that's a little odd, I think. Lobby, politician, hunt. I presume it's going to be a word for hunt in some form. And something for a lobby. What would a lobby be? A foyer, a hall, or it could be the verb lobby, and then something for a politician. No, comfort, lecturer in bar. Is there some abbreviation for a lecturer? You put inside a short word for bar, which could be ban, and it's going to mean comfort. No, boil over with umpire finally at game point. Well, umpire finally could be the E. And so I'm wondering if it means boil over beginning with E. I think of, erupt. The game is rugby union, and then a point. All right. Possibly shrink shirt, egghead Pat Sworn. Okay, nice of them to mention me. Possibly shrink. Shirt, egghead, Pat Sworn. I think worn could be an anagram indicator, but not seeing it. Unfit, clearing out, extremists in party. And the extremists in the word party are the P and the Y. Unfit, clearing out, extremists. No, not seeing it. Let's go back to the Downs. Idealized representation of current chairman taking in government. I was thinking of image. I think I can be current in electrical diagrams. And then chairman taking in maybe G. We've seen G for government before. Oh, but what about Mao taking in G for government? Imago, I think I have heard that word. I think there's a book imprint, isn't there, called Imago? All right. Only biter gets teeth kicked in outside exactly what's required. Well, I want to say for exactly what's required, yeah, and the U corroborates it, just the ticket. I think there might be other phrases, just the thing, just the something, but now can I justify it from the wordplay? So I think only is just, and then we have THE, and then ET is teeth kicked in outside. And I think that's outside of a tick, which is a biter. So biter gets an anagram of teeth outside it. Yeah, I think that's right. Ooh, another long one. Policeman grabbing one thug's head at fair is in a good place. In a good place. No, something. I do think we're going to have inside it IT for one thug's head. And then at a fair, or at fair, of course, could be the adjective fair. In a good place. Oh, something. Oh, sitting pretty. Well, it does. Oh, wow. I don't think I've seen this before. I'm sure it's been used, but the IT is right there inside of Sting, who was the lead singer and bass player for the Police. Therefore, policeman is Sting, and fair is pretty. Wonderful. Just looking here now at this ends in N. I wonder if is epiphan a word? Epiphany without the Y? Not sure. This looks like something out. Talk about one day inside as stretch. No, not seeing it. Oh, a shade here must be khaki. If I could type it right. Oh my goodness, again, these homophones with the rhotic R. Oh, I don't like them. So it's car key is a starter of your car, which has an R in it. So it doesn't sound like khaki, car key. Don't like it. Now Bob hopes. Yeah, so hopes first is the H. Well, we have that already, and then appearance. Yeah, no, still not getting it. Inspector Troy back in force, beginning to show intelligence. No. Our lobby politician. Now, is there a lobby that begins with a C? No, not getting it. All right, back to the downs. Against type, one initially agreed they pool their resources. One initially, is that the O from one, or is it the A from agreed? And then maybe people who, so I think it might mean against type. Or maybe no, maybe it's anti, an anti-word, anti-something. Nope. Protecting all but American, showing disrespect. All but American, no. Don't change it round. Composer in the end kept faster pieces of music. I presume that's going to be the definition, faster. or maybe it's pieces of music. But there's an awful lot of verbiage in this. No, I don't see it, but I think there's going to be, it's going to end with the name of a composer. So a short composer, backs, back. Nope. Coming back, piece of trifles enough for me. Oh, I do love a good trifle. Coming back. No. New teacher, not good. Excuse me, about Australia. It's a tiny country. I am wondering if it's going to be a tiny country. Oh, there's a lot of Pacific islands with a U in them. Palau. No, the U is in the wrong place. Macau. Oh, Nauru. Is that how you pronounce it? I can see it has a U for Australia. But yeah, NRU, new would be the N. And teacher, not good. Oh, I'm not sure about that. I was actually thinking not good about Australia would be NAUG, not good. But where's the new teacher coming in? All right, not sure. Love to get this one. Unfit. Clearing out. No. All right, I think I've looked at everything. I didn't get too many. There were a lot of downs there I did not get. This one, let's talk about this one. Talk about one day inside as stretch. It could mean stretch, to string out, somethings. So we do need, I think it's going to be a word for talk about one day inside. Could that be AD for one day? Spread out. Oh, yes. Now, where's the talk? Talk is spout, and about is re, and one day is AD. All right. Now our Oz actors prepared for punch. Of course, could be the punch you drink. Don't think it's the magazine. Oz actors prepared seems like an anagram indicator. Yeah, not seeing it. All right, oh, I know what I need to do is try this. Oh, of course, it's going to be partially an anagram, so let me put in the no, and then naturism center in no. Oh, I don't think I'd noticed I got the R on a T something out. Oh, in no uncertain terms, of course. Don't know why I didn't get that earlier. All right, that's a good one to get. Now are Oz actors prepared for punch? Nail something. What else can come between the O'Neill somebody? Is there an Australian actor? Neil Finn is from New Zealand. Now let me pause and think about that. Okay, I had to resort to wordplays.com for this one. And apparently there's something called a nail set that is used by carpenters. And I don't know if it's just a set of nails, but it seems to be that you punch the nails somehow, or there's a carpenter's punch. And the Oz actor is Jimmy Nail, who played a character named Oz in Auf Wiedersehen Pet. I vaguely remember that program. I don't think I ever watched it. But Jimmy Nail and then Prepared is set. So yeah, that one is just a little bit outside of my knowledge, I'm afraid. So now say Bob Hope's first appearance at Nick ends in a T. Let me pause and think about that. Okay, it didn't take me long to think of haircut. And so a bob is an example of a haircut. H for Hope's first, appearance is air, and Nick is cut. All right, now we got a C for 15 down. Against type. I wonder if it's a contra type word. One initially agreed. They pool their resources. Now maybe it is people who pool their resources, people in a commune, in a cult. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Let's try, let me look up Epiphan and see if that's a word. No, it's actually a reference to January 6th in the United States. A terrible day. And so the word for the January 6th events is sedition. You take away the S for small and you're left with addition. Very good. Protecting all but American. Protecting insurance. Oh, maybe yeah, so it's a word for protecting, and if you remove the A from that, you get showing disrespect, which is insulting, insulating minus the A. Now comfort, maybe lecturer is simply L. Is that the abbreviation for a lecturer? And then comfort. Let me pause and think about what letter is going to come between the L and the E. Ooh, this was a tough one. Salve is comfort, and bar is save, as in I solved all the clues bar this one, save this one. Wow, two very tricky synonyms that you had to know there, plus the L for lecturer. No, I think we looked at that before. Now we know oh, did I look at this one? I don't think so. Mostly arrest Snoopers. Well, I want it to be spies, but how is that mostly arrest? I presume it's a word for arrest that we're going to have most of the letters, but usually that means you just drop off the last letter. Let me go ahead and we're at the 30-minute mark. Check this. No, I wasn't confident. Mostly arrest. So what's arrest? Of course, can just simply mean to stop or to yeah, to hold back, arrest, but also then actual arrest and snoopers. That's funny that, of course, I'm using the information I got from Check This, that it doesn't end in S. Snoopers. Could it be some, yeah, I wonder if it could be something like the Stasi? Then what arrest word is being shortened there? Okay, I'm gonna check it one more time. Oh, it is right. Why am I mostly arrest? No, I'm not seeing a stasis, I suppose. But is that, yeah, I suppose if it is in a state of arrest, it's in stasis. I can see that, I suppose. Now, unfit, clearing out, extremists in party. Yeah, maybe it's not the usual extremists being the P and the Y because it's not going to end in that. Unfit. I wonder if it's going to be something things. No. How about our shrink shirt? Possibly shrink. Oh, so I think it's going to be some kind of analyst, maybe. Um, also possibly a shrink, like a psychiatrist, analyst, therapist. Oh, which is going to have Pat in it, I think. Um, Pat's worn. Oh, it's yeah, I think it's just shirt. E is, oh, of course, egghead. I should have broken that up. The head of egg is E. With the shirt makes 6 letters, and then with Pat, and then that is all anagrammed to make a therapist, who could be a shrink. Oh, that was tough. So the top half is done. Now my lobby, politician, hunt. What is lobby? Can, con, sen, cun. No, I think I'm going to go ahead and reveal this one. I've absolutely no clue about it. Concourse. Ah, is a concourse a lobby? I think the only use I know of it is in airports. So that's a bit bigger than a lobby. but maybe the original definition of a concourse was a lobby. Politician is con for conservative. And there is a form of hunting, terrible one, hare coursing. And so maybe that's why hunt has the question mark after it. It's not a traditional hunt. All right. Where to next? Let's try. Oh, yeah, let's try our composer music one. Don't change it round. Composer in the end kept faster pieces of music. Let me pause and try and think of some musical terminology that might fit this. No, nothing is coming to me, so I'm going to go ahead and reveal this one. Stretty. Oh, I think we had that before, so I need to remember it. So I think they must be the pieces of music. Yeah, they seem to be fast musical passages. So then what's the wordplay? Don't change it around. I was thinking of stet. Oh, yeah, so stet goes around the composer in the end is the R, I think. Oh, and it round. Ah, yeah, so it goes backwards. Ah, I should have thought of that to end in TI. Yeah, yeah. And so stet goes around the R, and then you have it backwards. All right. Tricky, tricky, tricky. We do have a nice I something at the end of the first word. Unfit, clearing. Oh, could it be an anagram of unfit clearing? And it makes extremists in party. I think that's the right number of letters. So there's no S, so what's well, maybe it's a foreign phrase. No, just maybe I. Oh, the lunatic fringe, of course. Ah, yes. Of course, there's some political parties in the US, or one anyway, that has been taken over by the lunatic fringe. Very sad. Against type, one initially agreed they pool their resources. Oh, yeah, it could be some political thing. I wonder if it could end in TIA, TTA. Against type, one initially agreed. No, I don't see that. Going to have to reveal it. Consortia. So businesses, I suppose, that pool their resources. Against was con, type was sort. One is I, and then initially agreed was the A. I think I could have kept on that one a little longer, but my tummy is telling me it's time for lunch, so let's try and. So intelligence could be tidings in a roundabout way. But now, how is our Inspector Troy back in force? Beginning. Oh, beginning to show is going to be the final S. but I'm not sure about the rest of it. Well, let's check. It is correct. So 15 squared, I'm sure will explain it. Ooh, now 20 down. Now ends in E something elf. Well, enough for me, I suppose, is oneself. So coming back, piece of trifle. Oh, it's, I think, going to be a hidden clue. Yes. So starting with the O in enough and working backwards, we have oneself. Very good. Let's check all. All is good. And let's go over to 15 squared. Today's blog is by Andrew. Quite a tough one from Vlad today. I would agree with that. I've managed to get everything thus avoiding total impalement by Vlad the Impaler. Bit of political commentary, yeah. So the ones, I think the across, the only one I wasn't sure about. Oh, inspector is DI plus T for Troy plus ANO and G, gravity is a force. Okay, so that makes sense. And then the downs, number 3. Oh, I thought it was ergo, but no, it's turn up. A turn is a go, okay. On is Sabbath, okay. But they should use ergo in a clue sometime. Let's see. Oh, guru. Okay. So it's N for new, just A for teacher. Oh, I was really using the AU to help me solve it. So that was fortunate. But then guru without the G for good. And yeah, Stasi was from stasis, a state of arrest. All right. What do the commenters say? How was I solve and parse later crossword? No idea about nail set. Yeah, I think if you're probably younger than 50, maybe you have absolutely no idea about Jimmy Nail and Oz. 80s telly a bit much, maybe. All right. That was a good one, but tough. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.